Hi, I'm Pamela Steele, and I would like to talk to you today about The Tarot of the Moors by Gina Thies. I had the privilege of meeting Gina years ago at the Bay Area Tarot Symposium, and what struck me in the beginning was she's the whole package. She's this bright, beautiful, professional tarot lady that, oh, the girl really knows her stuff. But over the years, gotten to know her a little bit more, and I can honestly say she never disappoints and always impresses me. Just her insights and her thoughts on the matter and everything else. So what happened was Gina, who I think at one point she told me I'm not an artist. Anyway, I've heard that from a few people who have since produced decks, but when Gina said that, and I'd seen some of her work already, no, I didn't agree with that particular statement at all. But what she's done is she has produced the Tarot of the Moors. It's a really unique take on tarot. Now, she does follow the Rider-Waite Smith protocol, excuse me. And let's see if I can see this enough to read it because I'm old. This tarot deck satisfies the need for cultural diversity in the tarot tradition as it conveys the cultural enrichment that thrived in an atmosphere of tolerance in Moorish Spain. Viewed through the lens of a professional tarot reader and artist, that would be Gina, Tarot of the Moors is visually stimulating and refreshing for modern enthusiasts as it captures the symbolism of tarot in an accessible, infectious way, drawing the user into a world of symbolic richness. Anyway, I got this from Gina a few months back because I was fortunate enough to be one of the contributors that writes those little professional endorsements for all of it. And yes, I would love to. But anyway, when it came, I was almost afraid to open it because I was really busy at the time, and I kept thinking, no, I don't have time, I won't. So I finally just broke down. I couldn't stand it anymore and opened it. And the first thing, it's a little magnetic closed box, and the box itself is super sturdy. It'll be good for storage for a very long time. Totally decorated, like every aspect of some of the cards are on the back or decorating the sides, and just if you look at it, it's elegant, it's beautiful, it's upside down. There we go, that's better. Anyway, it's that old age, here we go. But this is the companion book that comes with. Now back to the glasses because I really can't see. It's a sturdy little book. It's extremely well put together. It's solid. It feels like a real book, but it's smaller. She goes through all kinds of, let me see if I can find the table of contents again, because that was really kind of cool. She dedicated it for my ancestors, family, and friends near and far. Okay, there we go, table of contents. The foreword, let's see, who was that written by? Oh, the foreword's by Eric C. Dunn, creator of the Tarot Illuminati and the Tarot Apocalypse. Excellent choice for introductions. And then the preface, the acknowledgments, the introduction to the Tarot, the Moors of Spain. Part 1 is the influence on tarot. Part 2, the major arcana. Part 3, the minor arcana. And Part 4, spreads, and she's included a bibliography and endnotes. But this little book, I'm going to have to take some time and really go through it. But what I really like about it is she's done these little graphs, as you can see here, kind of, maybe not very well, but anyway. And what it does is, like for the major arcana, it's got the traditional title, and then the Tarot of the Moors title, and then that way you can look at a glance and see which cards, if you don't have the numbers memorized, which card is representing which in this, because she has retitled them. And this is how, by the way, it's published by Schiffer, and they always do an exceptional job. So good choice there. Okay. And, oh, here they are. This is the first time I've taken them out of the box. I'm a little excited. Here we have the Fool, which is the Joggler. God, I can't even read. But they got the gold edging, okay? And they're a really, really nice size. The backs continue the same motif as on the box. And they got these little plastic doodads around them that's taking it apart is going to be, let's see. We do not want to tear this up. That was too easy. So, these are, ooh, nice cardstock. Oh, very nice cardstock. And they look to have like a matte linen finish. Very, very nicely done. Oh yeah, here we go. And, okay, that was the Fool. And here we have technically the Magician. Okay? But you can see what she's done is she's taken a part of her heritage, the Moorish heritage, and created this absolutely phenomenal deck. The Sibyl, this would be the High Priestess. You've got the Sultana. Now, this was one of the cards that when I first saw the image for it, I went, wow. It would be the Empress card in the traditional tarot. But as you can see, she's got so much detail. I mean, from the embroidery on the clothing to the hairstyles and all of the good stuff like jewelry and whatnot. Wow, and she really went all out with this. I'm really particularly fond. Seen this picture before too. Now this is the first time I've looked at the deck, but wow, when you got to the Emperor, the Sultan card. Look at the detail in there. Look at what she's done in the colors. They're vivid, they're bright, they're absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely. Anyway, these are the ones that, let's see, where does it go? It goes, ooh, the Devil card, which he calls the Jinn. Is that cool or is that cool? That was very cool. Ooh, I like what she did with the Tower. The Fall of Granada. Check that out. I think these are going to be really super easy to read with. Just for the simple fact that, ooh, you're going to love this. Just for the simple fact that they've got a really loud voice when it comes to the way a card speaks to you because, well, okay, tarot being the language of the soul, and me obviously not being Moorish, it's so easy to understand. This is phenomenal. This is the Sun card. And it's just that feeling of joy and contentment and everything being perfectly aligned in the universe. Everything is being where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there kind of feeling. Oh, wow. Yeah, these are really amazing. Ooh. No, like a kid in a candy store. Look at a royal card. Look at that. Can you see that? These are incredible. And then we go into the Ace of Swords. I like the Ace. I like the way that this is the prettiest Three of Swords I've ever seen in any deck. It's all there. The symbology is perfect, but it's got to be the most gorgeous rendition of a card that represents heartbreak to me. Oh, lovely. So yes, I am super, super, super impressed, as you might be able to tell, by this deck. If you don't have a copy, you're really missing out. I'm going to have to catch up with Gina and get her to sign the book for me. What she's done with the courts, and I found this really interesting. Of course, you got your ace through 10 here. I'm making a mess. But instead of a page, she's got a princess, okay? Which I really like that because Um, I don't normally read for children anyway, and to me, pages are children and messengers, but I usually go with the messenger part. Lovely, lovely sword dancer there. I used to belly dance, and swords is one of my favorites. And for her knight, she's got the emir. Yeah, there. Now we can get the blinding flash off. There we go. Unbelievable. And you know what's really cool? If you look, like the way the horse is, the way that its forelock is kind of blown up in the wind, or maybe he's just thrown his head back or something. You can feel movement when you look at these images. Um, Malika, the Queen of Swords. She's gorgeous. She is gorgeous. Oh, and the King of Swords. The King of Swords right here. Wow. Just wow. Anyway, exceptional cardstock, gold edging. I really, really like that. The, oh, take that. Nope. I'm gonna have to sit down and get them all straightened out. But, Squirrel, her entire deck, it is so exquisitely illustrated, and the colors, the motion, the feeling to it, it's amazing. Um, I like the way she's done some of these. I mean, her own personal take on it, like how it feels to her, gives you a lot of insight into the artist and the creation of this deck. She's really done an exceptional job with the people and their faces. The character in their faces alone is amazing. Here's the King of Wands. He almost looks like he's about to tell you something. That is so cool. I also like the way she's done her aces, in particular, like her Ace of Cups. I mean, talk about really taking it to the next level. All right, so I really believe if you don't have this deck, you should have it, simply for one reason and one reason only. You're going to want to read with it. When I get a new deck, I usually will use it initially for like personal use, like insights and all this good stuff. So let's just give it a shot. I'm going to mix them all up just because I can. My deck. But thank you, Gina, so much. This was a lovely thing to find in the mail when I really wasn't expecting it. So I'm tickled. I'm jazzed. Let's see what we got here. Now, I'm a non-vendor of cards. I've got my original Rider Waite from the late 70s. I think it was 78 or 9 I bought that one. And it's still in really, really good condition because I do not bend cards. I'm more apt to just kind of let them fall together, hold them like that, and just let them fall. And, yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. And I'm not going to use reversals to start. I never do. I would like to know the upright meanings and impressions first, and then I go to reversals later, because if I don't, I feel like I'm only playing with half a deck, which maybe really is the case. But either way, okay, let's just do that. We will do and then we're going to spread them out. This is O. Well, wouldn't you know it? Okay, I did my card for the tell me about yourself to the deck. And this is one of my birth cards. She calls it the aesthetic, it's the Hanged Man. And when you look at it, when I look at it, I see that it's a very cool, very sort of a twilight feel to it, where everything is, for all intents and purposes, suspended. It's where you've got that total allowing. It took me a while to get really comfortable with the Hangman, the aesthetic, and it being one of my birth cards, because I'm going, you know, it wasn't one of my favorite, and I didn't understand it until I was working with a different deck one day, and out of the blue, as I started to draw the image for the deck I was working on, I started hearing this old Beatles song, maybe Paul McCartney, Let It Be. And that song played through my head the entire time I worked on that card. And after that, that's what I came to believe about this card, is it's a card of not so much relinquishing your power to a higher force, but allowing life to happen through you, as opposed to saying it happens to you. And so my impression for this particular lovely, lovely deck, the Tarot of the Moors by Gina Thies, is that it's going to be a deck that teaches me how to not fight the process. Don't try to push the river. You can't do it. Just allow things to unfold as they will, and know that you're in the right place at the right time doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. So there you go. Let's keep this short and sweet. Thank you all for watching, and Gina, thank you a billion times over. This is a great, great deck. You have a good one. Bye-bye.